I was pretty proud of my 15-year-old self. I got cast on a big TV show and was doing crazy things that no one at that age people at that age rarely got to do. So I'm glad that path has led me to various different avenues, and that theater got to be one of them, because getting to perform live is an experience that you don't usually like this much.
And when are you getting married?
I have no idea. We were right in the middle of this juggernaut. So when things calm down, which hasn't calmed down for the past few years.
In your mutual number, can you get your people or website?
One of the benefits of having hosted this show previously is that I can sneak around and get intel on who's sitting where, and yes, they weren't alerted to the fact that things were going to be happening to them. Naughty, dirty things.
I like the nail color. How is this one going around town, going to bank, all that stuff, that nail color? And then also, have you had any costume malfunctions or interested in this?
We have twin 3.5-year-olds, so the nail color is something that we all do all the time. We have toes and fingernails painted, so I don't even really think about it. It's this is Midnight. Mike Potter, who does the wig design and makeup design, and did the original first incarnation and has been good with the Hedwig movie, and does my makeup and hair every night, has his own line, Midnight, based on Midnight Radio. What? You can buy them at the theater. What was your second question?
About the costume malfunction.
No, we've been pretty lucky with the costume stuff. The nice thing about Hedwig as a show is that the conceit is that it's a one-night only performance. So if anything's going wrong, I can just stop and talk about it. In fact, just the other night, in the hairdress, a safety pin had gotten lodged between my fishnets. So I kept feeling it stabbing me. And I thought it was the hair, and it wasn't, and it kept hurting. So finally, I just had to sort of stop the show and squat down and have someone in the front row yank it out. I'm still talking about it. I did a lot of preparation actually, because I knew it was coming down the pipe a good 6 months before we started. So I stopped doing any kind of upper body strength training, which I had been doing a lot for the TV show I was on, because you never know when you're going to be shirtless in that show. And I really wanted to change my posture and change my silhouette more than anything. So losing weight seemed good because it just eliminated sort of pectoral strength and sort of scapular retraction, so that it was a different silhouette. And because of that, did just a ton of cardio, a lot of sort of hot box yoga to gain some flexibility, and got custom heels really fast and worked with Spencer Lift, the choreographer, in rehearsal spaces when I had free time, flopping around, figuring out the hips. I had some drag queen friends that came and gave some tips. I didn't have to tuck the tape. That's a good thing. It's spectacular. I can't believe that this has all happened in a 12-month span. It's been a remarkably awesome year for me. To have hosted last year's Tonys and had that opening number be so bigger than I thought it was going to be, and then through the season 9 of How I Met Your Mother, which I was very proud of, big comedy Western movie that I got to be a part of, David Fincher's movies coming out in October, then Hedwig starts, we moved to New York. The response for the show has been wonderful, and people are now anxious to come and see it, and then it ends with, people voting for me for this as a thing. It's been a blast.
Quick question. When you come about losing someone in the front row every night, do you ever feel like you're maybe doing it mono? I would be
Not mono, but Liz Kaplan, who's my voice coach and our vocal supervisor.
what's your actual title?
Local, my voice coach, Liz Kaplan, she has handfuls of pills that I'm supposed to be taking. Oregano oil and vitamin D. I got my blood work done, so I found out what I was deficient in, so I've just got to keep my levels high. A lot of ester C, a lot of vitamin C. So for Hedwig, to me, is important to do preventative work. So I don't want to get sick and then have to take medicine because I'm sick. I don't want to hurt my foot and then have to do physical therapy because I hurt my foot. So I'm doing a lot of physical therapy and a lot of vitamins and a lot of liquids and a lot of cardio just to sort of, I'm trying to ride above it before I get sick. Okay, can't get sick.
Yeah, okay, congratulations, first of all. And
Thanks.
in your 10-year hiatus on Broadway, you posted, even on television, you were singing, you had a sing-along blog. Tell me about the place that musical theater holds in your heart.
The first show that I ever saw in New York was Les Miserables. I was a kid from small town New Mexico who had randomly been cast alongside Whoopi Goldberg in a film. And it was the coolest thing ever, called Clara's Heart. We filmed it outside of Baltimore, Maryland. Part of the movie took place in Jamaica, and my character wasn't in those scenes. And I was bummed that everyone got to go to Jamaica except me. So the producer, Marty Elfond, flew our family to New York City from a small town from Ruidoso, New Mexico. We had never been there ever. And I had heard the music to Les Miserables and got us tickets to that show. So I got to sit in the last row and watch this giant revolve and this massive swell of music and emotion. And it sort of overtook me. And when you see something like that for the first time, you realize that that's what it can be. And so I don't know, musicals, I love plays and I think that they're great, but I think when there's a musical element and it's done right, you can speak about your emotions more freely and you can play with structure in a different way because you're using it to lyrically rhymes. So I think you can key into people's emotions better in musicals, so that's why I try to introduce them to that.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.